Rumble YouTube family, what's good? What's happening? I know this is very, very short notice, but I appreciate whoever's come, whoever's coming. Welcome, welcome. We ain't got much time, but with the time we got, let's talk, let's discuss. Right now, the president of the US should be on live discussing something that's going down. So I don't know if you guys are paying attention. I don't know if you guys are watching, but pay attention, open up your eyes. Let's take a look. I'm trying to get a feed as to what the hell is going on to see this thing live. Maybe you guys could find a way to get it to me, but he's talking right now. Okay? Or he's getting ready to talk. So I am looking. I am currently looking. And good evening. What's happening, y'all? It's good to see y'all here tonight. Um, I'm looking. I'm gonna see if major announcement on what? What is the major announcement gonna be on? Let's see. Let's see. President POTUS. POTUS. You figure POTUS. TUS. POTUS. Okay, let's see. I just put in POTUS. The White House delivery. Ah, here we go. Okay, let's share it. Hold on. It's coming up, y'all. Give me a second. Here's the president right now.
Ever made, and our country was
This is on the White House.
From all over the world, but they're not laughing anymore. Over the past 11 months, we have brought more positive change to Washington than any administration in American history. There's never been anything like it, and I think most would agree. I was elected in a landslide, winning the popular vote and all 7 swing states and everything else, with a mandate to take on a sick and corrupt system that really just took the wealth from people and crushed the dreams of the American people. For the last 4 years, the United States was ruled by politicians who fought only for insiders, illegal aliens, career criminals, corporate lobbyists, prisoners, terrorists, and above all, foreign nations, which took advantage of us at levels never seen before. They flooded your cities and towns with illegal aliens. They decimated your hard-earned savings. They indoctrinated your children with hate for America.
What?
They just released a level of violent felons that we had never seen to prey on innocent.
Who?
They caused war. They caused mayhem.
Who?
They caused a horrible situation all over the globe. But now you have a president who fights for the law-abiding, hardworking people of our country, the ones who make this nation run, who make this nation work. And after just 1 year, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. Starting on day one, I took immediate action to stop the invasion of our southern border. For the past 7 months, 0 illegal aliens have been allowed into our country, a feat which everyone said was absolutely impossible. Do you remember when Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border? He was always blaming Congress and everyone else. As it turned out, we didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president.
Okay.
We inherited the worst border anywhere in the world, we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country. In other words, in a few short months, we went from worst to best. We're deporting criminals, restoring safety to our most dangerous cities. Just take a look at Washington, D.C. It's at levels of safety that we've never seen before. And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels. We did that all by ourselves with our people, and we're so proud of it because they were poisoning and destroying our population. Drugs brought in by ocean and by sea are now down 94%.
What?
We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools, control over those schools is back now in the hands of our great and loving states where education belongs. after rebuilding the United States military in my first term.
Huh.
And with the addition we are adding right now, we have the most powerful military anywhere in the world, and it's not even close.
Okay.
I've restored American strength, settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, and ended the war in Gaza, bringing for the first time in 3,000 years peace to the Middle East,
Oh
and secured
Lord.
the release of the hostages, both living and dead. Here at home, we're bringing our economy back from the brink of ruin. The last administration and their allies in Congress looted our treasury for trillions of dollars, driving up prices and everything at levels never seen before. I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast. Let's look at the facts. Under the Biden administration, car prices rose 22%, and in many states, 30% or more. Gasoline rose 30 to 50%. Hotel rates rose 37%. Airfares rose 31%. Now, under our leadership, they are all coming down and coming down fast.
Oh Lord.
Democrat politicians also sent the
Really?
cost of groceries soaring, but we are solving that too. The price of a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden.
That's
last
33,
year.
y'all.
The price of eggs is down 82% since March, and everything else is falling rapidly. And it's not done yet, but boy, are we making progress. Nobody can believe what's going on. Here are just some of the efforts that we have underway. You will see in your wallets and bank accounts in the new year. After years of record-setting falling incomes, our policies are boosting take-home pay at a historic pace. Under Biden, real wages plummeted by $3,000. Under Trump, the typical factory worker has seen a wage increase of $1,300. For construction workers, it's $1,800. For miners, we're bringing back clean, beautiful coal. It's $3,300. And for the first time in years, wages are rising much faster than inflation. Remember that. The wages, just look at it. Wages are going up much faster than inflation. How big is that? Very importantly, there are more people working today than at any time in American history, and 100% of all jobs created since I took office have been in the private sector. Think of that. 100% of all jobs have been in the private sector rather than government, which is the only way to make a country powerful and great. This historic trend will continue. Already, I've secured a record-breaking $18 trillion of investment into the United States, which means jobs, wage increases, growth, factory openings, and far greater national security. Much of this success has been accomplished by tariffs. My favorite word, tariffs, which for many decades have been used successfully by other countries against us, but not anymore. Companies know that if they build in America, there are no tariffs. And that's why they're coming home to the USA in record numbers. They're building factories and plants at levels we haven't seen. AI, automobiles. We're doing what nobody thought was even possible, not even remotely possible. There has never, frankly, been anything like it. 1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead. Our country was ready to fail. Totally failed. Now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. And that's said by every single leader that I've spoken to over the last 5 months. Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. Because of tariffs, along with the just passed one big beautiful bill, tonight I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special we call warrior dividend before Christmas, a warrior dividend. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way. Nobody understood that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military, and I say congratulations to everybody. And by the way, we now have record enlistment in our military, and last year we had among the worst recruitment numbers in our military's history. What a difference a year makes. In addition, I'm doing what no politician of either party has ever done, standing up to the special interests to dramatically reduce the price of prescription drugs. I negotiated directly with the drug companies and foreign nations, which were taking advantage of our country for many decades, to slash prices on drugs and pharmaceuticals by as much as 400, 500, and even 600%. In other words, your drug costs will be plummeting downward. And I used the threat of tariffs to get foreign countries who would never have done it to pay the cost of this giant dollar reduction. They stopped ripping us off, and it began as of 4 days ago. There has never been anything like this in the history of our country. Drugs have only gone up, but now they'll be going down by numbers never conceived possible. It's called most favored nation. And no president has ever had the courage or ability to get this done until now. The first of these unprecedented price reductions will be available starting in January through a new website, TRUMPRX.gov. And these big price cuts will greatly reduce the cost of health care. I'm also taking on the gigantic health insurance companies that have gotten rich on billions of dollars of money that should go directly to the people. The money should go to the people. That's you. So they can buy their own health insurance, which will give far better benefits at much lower cost. It will be far better health insurance. The current Unaffordable Care Act was created to make insurance companies rich. It was bad health care at much too high a cost. And you see that now in the steep increase in premiums being demanded by the Democrats, and they are demanding those increases, and it's their fault. It is not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Unaffordable Care Act, and everybody knew it. Again, I want the money to go directly to the people so you can buy your own health care. You'll get much better health care at a much lower price. The only losers will be insurance companies that have gotten rich, and the Democrat Party, which is totally controlled by those same insurance companies. They will not be happy, but that's okay with me because you, the people, are finally going to be getting great health care at a lower cost. Another major focus is the cost of energy. For years, the radical left Democrats exploited the green energy scam as an excuse to funnel many billions of dollars into their own massive slush funds as their energy restrictions drastically drove up prices, and they drove them up at record levels. Electricity costs surged 30 to 100% under Biden, and the typical family lost $5,000 to $10,000 in higher energy costs. Think of that, $5,000 to $10,000 you lost. On day one, I declared a national energy emergency. Gasoline is now under $2.50 a gallon in much of the country. In some states, it, by the way, just hit $1.99 a gallon. And within the next 12 months, we will have opened 1,600 new electrical generating plants, a record, and it's a record that won't be beaten by practically, I would say, by anybody, or certainly not very soon. Prices on electricity and everything else will fall dramatically. The Democrat inflation disaster, again, the worst in the history of our country, also robbed millions of Americans of home ownership and indeed the American dream. The yearly cost of a typical new mortgage increased by $15,000 under Democrat rule. In 11 months, we've already gotten that annual cost down by $3,000, and it's coming down a lot lower. Wait till you see. The numbers are going to be shocking. And I'll soon announce our next chairman of the Federal Reserve, someone who believes in lower interest rates by a lot, and mortgage payments will be coming down even further. Early the new year, and you will see this, in the new year, I will announce some of the most aggressive housing reform plans in American history. A major factor in driving up housing costs was the colossal border invasion. We have never been invaded. This is the worst thing that, frankly, in my opinion, the worst thing that the Biden administration did to our country is the invasion at the border. The last administration and their allies in Congress brought in millions and millions of migrants and gave them taxpayer-funded housing while your rent and housing costs skyrocketed. Over 60% of growth in the rental market came from foreign migrants. At the same time, illegal aliens stole American jobs and flooded emergency rooms, getting free health care and education paid for by you, the American taxpayer. They also increased the cost of law enforcement by numbers so high that they are not even to be mentioned. For the first time in 50 years, we are now seeing reverse migration as migrants go back home, leaving more housing and more jobs for Americans. In the year before my election, all net creation of jobs was going to foreign migrants. Since I took office, 100% of all net job creation has gone to American-born citizens, 100%. In the end, government either serves the productive, patriotic, hardworking American citizen, or it serves those who break the laws, cheat the system, and seek power and profit at the expense of our nation. Look at Minnesota, where Somalians have taken over the economics of the state and have stolen billions and billions of dollars from Minnesota and indeed from the United States of America. And we're going to put an end to it. For so long as before my election, the vast majority of good and decent Americans were forced to watch as corrupt politicians plundered the halls of power, exploited our taxpayers, and pillaged every system that makes civilized society function. But not anymore, and you see that every day, not anymore. We're putting America first, and we are making America great again. Very simply, we are making America great again. Tonight, after 11 months, our border is secure. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected, and our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen. Soon we will host the World Cup and the Olympics, both of which I got. But most importantly, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. There could be no more fitting tribute to this epic milestone than to complete the comeback of America that began just 1 year ago. When the world looks at us next year, let them see a nation that is loyal to its citizens, faithful to its workers, confident to its identity, certain to its destiny, and the envy of the entire globe. We are respected again like we have never been respected before. To each and every one of you, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all.
That's as bad as it gets, which isn't bad at all. Doesn't sound like it's bad to me. So I didn't catch the beginning of that. Let's see if we could get the beginning of that. We're gonna rewind, y'all. We're gonna take it back. And it says we will begin shortly. Da, 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 da. Okay, where does it start? Right there. We didn't get the beginning part. It's kind of like when you stumble on a movie late. And so let's see if this thing's gonna cook. Any?
In America, 11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it. When I took office, inflation was the worst in 48 years, and some would say in the history of our country, which caused prices to be higher than ever before, making life unaffordable for millions and millions of Americans. This happened during a Democrat administration, and it's when we first began hearing the word affordability. Our border was open, and because of this, our country was being invaded by an army of 25 million people, many who came from prisons and jails, mental institutions, and insane asylums. They were drug dealers, gang members, and even 11,888 murderers, more than 50% of whom killed more than one person. This is what the Biden administration allowed to happen to our country, and it can never be allowed to happen again. We had men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody, crime at record levels, law enforcement, and words such as that just absolutely forbidden. We had the worst trade deals ever made, and our country was laughed at from all over the world, but they're not laughing anymore.
Okay, so we got to that part already. All right. So there it is, y'all. That is the address from the POTUS. That's as bad as it got. There was no mention of anything, which is fine because we are in the early parts of Thursday, baby. We still got a whole day to go. You understand? So it is 9 p.m. or 9:30 right now ish. It's almost 9:30 right now on the East Coast. That being New York, right? And so it's like what 5 hours, I think. Zulu time is 5 hours ahead of us, so it should be it's like, what is it, 1300? No, 1400. Yeah, 1400, 2 o'clock out there by Greenwich and Nigeria and places like that, places of that effect. It's like 2 o'clock, so they already had their afternoon tea. And you guys that are out there living in that part of the world, you guys had your tea and you probably in the middle of work or towards the end of work and everything else, and you're going to be coming home soon. So either way, that's the latest from the president, and it sounds to me like it's more good news than it is a bad news. However, the day is still early, people. It is still early, and we've got a whole Thursday to go. Now, we're not even on Thursday here in the United States, obviously, not yet, but just give it some time. Just give it some time. Three Big Buddy Bob, how you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome. JJ, welcome, welcome. Sugary Nose, welcome, welcome. X Blade Baby, welcome, welcome. The Akinator, welcome, welcome. J Bird, welcome, welcome. Big Pine, welcome, welcome. Warrior coming out to play with us tonight. Welcome, welcome. JR Hartley, welcome, welcome. Greg in Colorado, welcome, welcome. Yes, 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 yes. PWFE, welcome, welcome. I thought I saw Jono. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a while, but it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And of course, Shawnee B, good to see you, sir. Good to see you indeed. Welcome, welcome. And our sister, Shannon E, Shannon Emerson, she's here too. Been a while since I've seen you. Did I see you yesterday? Did I see you last night? I don't think so. Either way, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Who else we got? Jay Bird, Shannon, JR Hartley. I think I said what's up to you. Ain't nothing wrong with saying hi twice. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Rizzo, Mark Rizzo in the Foundry. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Good to see you. Shout out to you, sir, for donating to the hours on via Cash App. Very, very much welcome to you. Good to see y'all. All right. Seabass 516, welcome, welcome. Rocker Marco, good to see you, sir. Welcome, welcome. And of course, we heard, and we're at 33 people here tonight, right? We're at 33 people here in the Foundry. Welcome. Make sure to hit those likes. We're not going to be on too long. I just wanted to get you guys in there. 39 people now. Just wanted to get you guys in here so we could hear the president and what it was he was going to be saying. So tonight is more like I guess you could say, a holiday address and good news. I guess you could say good news if it's true. If it's true. So it sounds as if the troops, right, are going to be getting a little bit of a check, which I think is amazing. 1776, almost a $2,000 check. So a $1,700 check, 17.5 check, right? Not even 17.5. What am I talking about? It's a 1776 check. He said 1776. So, and hey, listen, any amount of money is a good amount of money. Is it going to beat inflation? It never does. It never matches inflation, what it is they give us every year. Now, could they give the troops a lot more than that so they can at least live on an annual basis? Absolutely. I think the troops deserve a lot more than that, especially since our sister Shannon Emerson brought up a good point, especially since we're more than likely going to be going to have to fight with Venezuela. That's the bad news that they don't want to bring up. I'm not trying to make it all about bad news. I'd much rather be wrong so we can hear about the good news of it all. I'd much rather have that than deliver any kind of bad news or crappy news, right? But it all sounded like good news to me, or it sounds like good news. It sounds like honey to my ears. But what's the truth? What is the truth? What are we going to get tomorrow? What's the crap that we're going to get tomorrow? What's the wool that's going to be pulled over many of our eyes tomorrow? What is the bad news that's going to be delivered tomorrow? What's the false flag attack that's going to happen tomorrow or here in the next few hours? You know, so yes. So Incredible Hulk. Yes. So I withdrew 2K from the fundraiser because that 2K went straight to the company that's working on it. That's a good question, by the way. So let's kind of shift gears real quick and let's address what Incredible Hulk mentioned. Yes, 2000 was withdrawn. 2000 Incredible Hulk, if you had been paying attention, because I smell globe all over you right now, but I'm going to address it. And this is honest, right? So $2,000 was removed straight from the account because we just broke that $2,000 threshold. That $2,000 goes directly to the guys working on the app. Um, and if you would like, I can give you a receipt. Would you guys? I think for all you guys that have, for the most part, that have contributed, you probably saw a receipt as well. And for all you guys that did see a receipt, you can say your part. So there are people out there trying to catch me out there in lies. I get it, but you won't. So cry a little harder. But that's what's going on. Are there any more questions there, Incredible Hulk? On the Rumble side, shout out to the guys on the Rumble side. Incredible Hulk, 3 Big Buddy Bob, and everybody else. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, that's a solid question. I think that's a fair question to ask. What do you think? What do you think? We'd like to know. What's your opinion? We'd like to know. Are there any more questions, Incredible Hulk? I think that's a fair one. Yes, please. Would love to see a receipt. Hey, Incredible Hulk. Like I said to those that contributed, they got to see a receipt. And if you contributed and I didn't send you a receipt, it's because I have no real way to contact you. But you know what? I think that's fair. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I will provide a receipt because a lot of you guys think I'm grifting and all that other stuff, but I'll definitely provide a receipt. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Uh, 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 uh. Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I want to show that to those that want to see where this money is going. Okay. All right. Hold on. Give me 1 second. But you see, there's a difference between how Vlad works and how a lot of other people work. You see, when you ask, I deliver. I don't play these games. I don't play that bullshit. I don't fuck with people's emotions. I don't wait 365 days, 335, whatever it is. And guys, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad that don't get upset because I'm giving in. I think that's fair. Because here's the thing, for you guys that have given money, right? And whether you did or you didn't, I think it's an honest thing. I think it's like there's nothing wrong with providing that kind of information. So give me a second. I want to make sure that I do this right. Hold on. Boom, boom. There it is. $2,000 as promised. PayPal balance. Boom. $2,000 total. And then this is the remainder of the mapping phase. And this is something that I'd mentioned. Boom. That's the remainder. Well, actually, that's not $4,400 was the remainder. And we're chipping away at it ever so slightly. But yeah, so this is it. Just in case you can't see, let me make sure I let you see in case your eyes are bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the accounts are available. So if you contribute, the accounts are available to the people that contribute or those that get in. You could see the stuff go down. So Incredible Hulk, you've been checking, obviously, because you're pocket watching, which that's fine. I think that's fair. Um, boom. Yeah. So did I do anything wrong? Do you think I'm grifting still? Do you think I'm making something up? Do you think I'm lying? And if you do, like, hey, man, speak your piece. If you think I'm making something up, if you think I'm bullshitting people, if you think I'm leading people astray, hoodwinking, bamboozling, like, let me know. Like, let us know. Tell me where I've gone wrong. But the thing is, you ask, I deliver. It's that simple. I don't think not even I don't think I've never deceived. I've never concealed my hand. I let you guys know I shoot straight with y'all. I keep it real with y'all. Especially when your money is involved. It's an honest question. When 7,000 is needed and two, no, two, no. Incredible Hulk, it is an honest question. Two doesn't suffice. 2,000, there's, no, hold on now. Hold on. 2,000 doesn't suffice. $2,000 lets work begin. I said that a few times. As soon as I learned that information, I presented that information as I should to everybody that is a potential person that's going to put into this app. Anybody that has an opportunity to put in, I wanted to present that information to, especially to those that have already put in, right? Doesn't matter whether you put in 10 cents, 18 cents, or whatever. I wanted to let you know, hey, this is where we're going with it. This is what we're doing with it. And for those of you I haven't presented, let you know, like, I apologize. I'd like a way to get this information out to you. But again, if you've already contributed, even if it's $5, $2, $1, it doesn't matter. This type of information should be readily available for you to see. Needs to be available. So yeah, that's right. Need to be available. So I don't know how people could see if $2,000 is missing, but there should be a way that you guys could view a receipt. And again, if you can't view a receipt as to where that money went, I'll do my best to provide it to you. But you have to give me a way to provide it to you, because I'm just not going to flash everything all the time on the screen just like that. Like, I'd like to give it to people that, I'd like to make sure that you guys that have contributed are the first ones to see it, the first ones. Right then, boom, right there. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Like, I don't hide my hand. Like, I let y'all know. And my thing, like, do you guys realize the amount of trouble that I would be in if I just took it? Like, y'all know where that y'all could find me. You guys could find me. You know, I've I've worked for the government. I've retired from the government. I'm I'm alive still. I have no bones to pick with people. I don't owe nobody no money. Like, why? Like, what are you? Do you really think that I would toy with people's money like that? Like, and for those of you guys that think, like, I don't live in the bush. I don't live someplace crazy. I live here in the States, around Washington, D.C. So how would I go about taking somebody's money? Do you know how crazy you've got to be to do that? Do you know how insane or how diabolical you've got to be to do that? That's not me. I'm not going to take your money. But I'm going to I'm going to be upfront with you as to what it is I'm doing with your money. And there it is. That's the proof in the pudding. You had all the information right there. Incredible Hulk. So, do you have any more questions in regards to where this money is going? You saw where it's going. You saw the numbers and the alphanumerics associated with the transaction and everything. So you could see if I'm fucking with your money or not. You know what I'm saying? Web page. No, there's no web page yet. They developed that. They make that a web page. Yeah. So they're making that as well. Eldon Bean, I presume. Good to see you, sir. So yeah, they're making the web. They're making everything. Like this thing is going to be handled by them. And you know, here's the crazy thing is I've made a website. A website. Yeah, and it was based off of something called the roster, the raw star, right? This was an app that I had developed a year or so ago. um you know, I asked God to help me make an app, and he sure as hell did. And that's as far as my prayers went, because I didn't put enough in it. I didn't it was hard as hell to build this app. It was tough, and it wasn't necessarily the it wasn't necessarily building the app, but all the logistics that went behind it. I tried to do it all by myself. And this was my first time ever doing it. And of course, I made a bunch of mistakes in doing it. My website looked mad cheesy, mad weak. And so I was like, all right, obviously this didn't work. It's still a good idea, right? But it didn't work. At the end of the day, the results didn't come out to what I wanted, what I ultimately had in mind for this app. So now what I did research on a company that does those things that I wanted, right? That could do those things and deliver the website, the commercial, this one, that one, everything I wanted, and in a systematic fashion, and not in a fashion like just piecemealing it here and there, like the way I originally did it with the way I had it with my old app. Because I don't want this to be like my old app, right? I want this to be new, fresh, and delivered properly and perfect. It's just it's expensive. It's not. It is. This is not. It's not the Raw Star. The Raw Star was my original idea. Cryptic Rick, how you doing, sir? Cryptic Rick 96, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, yeah, man, we we float an honest ship here at the Foundry, and we don't bullshit, man. We don't bullshit with anybody with our words, and we don't bullshit with anybody when it comes to their money either. Your money is with the receipts and get back to you. You did post 2 tickets with Weiss. It had Jaren's information. The 2 tickets produced. So you see this, y'all. You see this. You see this? Pay attention. Pay attention. The 2 tickets produced late to an. Y'all see that, right? So, so you see this, right? I think this would be straw manning. I like I'm learning these terms these days. But you see that? You see what people are trying to say that I'm involved with, right? You see this, right? So now they're going to do this whole thing with the receipt. So yeah, go ahead, do that with the receipt. Tell me what you come back with. I'm very interested. And so yeah, that's the thing. And you see this whole thing with Judas and Weiss and all them, where they said that, oh, Vlad, it's attached to the Mossad and everything else like that. So you see the dishonesty that some people are involved in, and it's not me, right? It's not me or the sources that I got those pictures and the tickets from, right? But you see how some people do. And again, that's not me. And I did my part. You asked for it, I provided, right? So you can't say Vlad's grifting, or you can't say Vlad's trying to steal your money, or Vlad's doing this, or Vlad's doing that. You can't say that. And the people that know how I operate, they already know what time it is. And people that are getting to know me, they see that I'm about my shit. Like I'm about my word. So, yeah. So Incredible Hulk, it's I think it's pretty funny that you're going to hide yourself, but I make myself known and I present. Like I don't conceal my hand, but there you are. You're going to say things and you're going to hide yourself. You're not going to come out and present your information or say who it is you are, but you're going to deal in dishonesty where I'm dealing with nothing but honesty the whole time. I ain't got shit to hide. So what do you have to say about that? Hmm? That's my question to you. The top of your shelf, over my left shoulder. So that right there, that thing that looks bronze is a Mark V helmet. That's a Mark V deep sea diving helmet. It's a small one, a miniature one. I used to be a deep sea diver back in the day. That's a Mark V helmet with the collar, right? Um, you just blocked me. How can I wait? Wait, I blocked you from where? If I blocked you, Warhead 30, how did I block you if you're talking right now on Rumble? That doesn't make any sense. How did I block you when I can see you? That doesn't make any sense. And right next to him, that thing right there is Triptychon, a Transformers of mine, right? And that right there. So this thing right here, I got from Turkey when I was enlisted. I got that from Marmaris, Turkey, back in, what was it? 2000, 2002? I think 2002. Yeah. Um, right here is I got this in Suda Bay, Crete. I got that in Crete. And that is a statue of Ares. That's Ares, or it says Aris. Aris, right? Not Arese. So the Greeks, if you use regular English letters, they call it Aris, Aris, right? That's the god of war, Ares. And again, that thing in the middle is Triptychon, my Transformers toy. Yeah. So yeah, JJ knows. JJ is a collector. He knows. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, so Harmless got you. Thank you, Harmon. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. So US mods not quickly ban people. I am not sure about Rumble though. Yeah. So so here's the thing. The reason a lot of you Rumble people get blocked, obviously, you guys have a bone to pick with me, and you guys thought it was pretty funny to, turn my shit upside down by giving me 100,000 dislikes, excuse me. So I got 100,000 thumbs down like it was funny. And it's not like I'm asking for likes or looking for likes or anything else like that. But you're trying to harm me in any way you possibly can. Like, I don't go to your channel. I don't talk to you guys like that. The first ticket came from Jaren. You produced 2 tickets, not us. You emailed me one. Why's his name, Jaren? Yeah, sure. Okay, so, all right. Okay. All right. Full transparency. So you guys, whoever Warhead 30 is, you guys change your names so much. You're a bunch of different people because you're harassing me and you're bothering me. So you're saying, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you, you're an idiot. You cuss me out, all this other shit. I don't start with you. I don't do any of this stuff to you. So you figure this is the best way to talk to me and ask me for anything by fucking with me and talking to me. Right? That's the best you could do is be dishonest and be total assholes and disgusting and unsavory. That's how you approach me. And so when I gave you those tickets that I got, you're telling me that I gave you some Mossad links. When I told you I didn't, you know what? I told you, or I showed you what I got. I didn't make anything. Okay? I didn't even, here's the thing. I didn't have to give you shit. You understand? Greg. Is this Greg? Which Greg is this? Greg. Greg B. Oh, okay. Greg in Colorado. Good to see you. So yeah, I didn't have to give you shit. It was because I figured I'd just give it to you because to show that somebody could change it. And somebody did change that ticket. Somebody decided they wanted to change. Where did 2 other tickets come from then? Where did the 2 other tickets come from? They came from David Weiss. One of them came from David Weiss. The other one came from Jaron. That was it. There were only 2 tickets, one from Jaron. Actually, it was 1 ticket, but the ticket was changed. So what difference does it make? I didn't do it. I didn't make those tickets. But you want to go around and say that I faked those or I made those. And I just showed you that no, I didn't make anything like that. I gave to you what I got. It's that simple. I don't know how to do that shit. I don't care to know how to do that shit either. 3 tickets, 2 different QR codes, 3 tickets, 2 different. I don't look. Okay, look, I don't listen. What I gave you is what I got. That's all. What I gave you is what I got. I didn't make anything. I didn't make anything myself. I don't know how to do that shit. I ain't trying to do all that bullshit. You see, that's the thing, man. When it comes to faking this nonsense, like, look, it's such a waste of time. You guys are like grown men, but you act like a bunch of children. It doesn't make no sense to me why you would do that. And Eldon Bean, I'm explaining to show you the process of how some people think. They think that I'm going to sit there and lie to my audience, or they think that I have a reason to lie. There's no reason to lie. And so why would I have to lie when all the lying's done by the opposition? Obviously, this is the only reason the opposition goes to my Rumble and do what they do. This is the only reason the opposition says that I gave them a massage channel. I did some massage. Like, who does that other than a bunch of liars? Who does that other than liars? Because I didn't do that. And that's what I'm talking about. And you guys think it's funny. You guys think it's like it doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to be grown men. At least I thought I was dealing with men, grown men. And it's not at all who those guys are. Three tickets to look, man, whatever. Do I have to remove you? I'm thinking I gotta remove you. You're not bringing anything of value here. Oh, you've been removed already. Well, thank you guys. Much appreciated. Erica. Our sister Erica in the house. Hey, Erica. I haven't seen you in a minute. I love my sister Erica. I haven't seen you in a while, girl. Welcome. Level Plane Productions. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Erica, always a pleasure. I haven't seen you in a while. Always a pleasure. And it's good though. I think it's good. I think sometimes even during the over explanation, it's a good thing. Because if you think about it, if I'm bullshitting, you'll find out. If I'm bullshitting, you'll find it. Ultimately, you'll find it. At least, even if I over explain, every single time you'll find nothing but consistency the whole fucking time. So even if you go through it with a fine-tooth comb, you're going to go through it. You won't come across any snagging or anything like that. So to me, I'm giving you as many opportunities to go through my shit and look for yourself. I'm all about looking. Ironwork. Yeah. Crit Rick 96. Ironwork 92,000. Gmail. Hit me up on over there. 92,000. Ironwork. Now Ironworks. A lot of people do that. And some people have gone to JJ's channel and put in Ironworks 9200 or some shit like that just to fuck with other people and act like me. Like, these are people from the drunk show, right? That should be a trigger warning right there. The drunk show. You're going to trust somebody that shows up inebriated to deliver to you something that they call real, drunk all the time. And you're going to trust that person? Inebriated, drunk, not even themselves, and then all they do is make excuses. And that's who you trust. And then you're going to fuck with me. And then you're going to tell me that I'm grifting or whatever. I'm still learning. I like saying grift now. Grift. That I'm grifting people. I'm grifting with people, whatever. However, which context in which I'm supposed to be using it. And the whole time I've been upfront, even with you shitty ass motherfucking globe motherfuckers. I've been upfront with everybody. I have no reason to hide my hand. It's tiring when you have to bullshit people or if you have to conceal information. Like, it's annoying. It's just easier to be upfront with people and to just be honest with people. It's just so much easier. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you think it's just easier to just be upfront and honest with people instead of bullshitting people all the time? Because I'm sure you have some guys that are in the globe and you have some guys that are also flat earthers that think that I'm bullshitting them. And there you go. Whoever the Hulk was, thank you for making sure that I disclosed that receipt and it's readily available for people to take a look at. So, also, if there's any more that I could show you as far as the hours is concerned, OWRS is concerned, Old World Ruins and Structures app, let me know. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to disclose to you guys. I'll be more than happy to show you what it is that I'm working with, what it is that I'm dealing with, right? Where we are as far as production is concerned. Yes, but we're still not out the woods, y'all. We're still in phase 2 and we still are 4,400 short. And so we're still working on it. Now, still a work in progress, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm still going to contribute. However, we still, hey, nickels and dimes work, y'all. Now, please don't send me nickels and dimes. No, nickels and dimes work, but anything to make this thing work, please contribute to the hours. Please contribute to the hours. Hold on now. Let's see. Let's make sure that you guys have something to work with. Now, here's the PayPal to the hours. It's coming right up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hours phase 2. Give me 1 second, y'all. So yeah. One pool, 100 available. Give me 1 second. Phase 2. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Boom. So here's the hours phase 2. If you guys are used to dealing with 2 of the OWRS. If you guys are used to dealing with PayPal, there it is. That's it. That is the hours phase 2 on the PayPal side. And here, hold on. Here is the hours phase 2 on the Cash App side. So if you have a hard time with PayPal, well, I've got Cash App right there. That's hours phase 2 on the Cash App. So please, please, you have opportunities if you want to donate, and I'd really appreciate if you did. There, you can donate to the hours phase 2 in the Cash App pool. I made a Cash App pool for the hours phase 2. There it is. So it's easier for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know it could be a little bit of a pain in the butt dealing with PayPal. I get it. So phase 2 on the Cash App side. And for the you guys that have Venmo, Venmo is a headache to me. Like, I don't know why. When I was in the military, that's stuff that guys in the military would deal with, because Venmo, a lot of people had accounts with Navy Federal Credit Union, right? And so I also had an account with Navy Fed, right? And so it's just a pain in the butt. It's just a pain in the butt dealing with Venmo. and they had Venmo, and they had another one called geez, it was another money service, not Western Union. It was like that. I forgot the name. I forgot the name. But yeah, there's just problems. It's just easier dealing with Cash App, PayPal, because people know what PayPal is. But Cash App is just easier to go back and forth with, I think. And Greg and CEO, thank you, Greg B. Much appreciated, family. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated to our brother Greg in Colorado. Greg, man, you know what my email is. Go ahead and send me something. Send me something. Send me your email address, Greg. Um, talk to me, email side over at ironwork92000 at gmail.com. Hit me up over there. Give me your address and stuff. If you don't mind, if you're not afraid, you know. Yeah, man. And I'd love to send you some stuff, man. I'd love to send you some stuff. For those of you that sent me your email addresses and sent me your addresses, of course, you know you got something coming because I like giving shit away. So I like sending you stuff. You guys know what time it is. So much appreciated, Greg and CEO. Thank you, sir. Yeah, man. And so I'm not gonna hold you guys too long. Again, some good stuff coming your way here in the next week or so. And so I am going to be hard at work. So it will be sporadic as far as seeing me online from time to time. I might come up just like I did today, or I might not be here for a week or two. It depends on which way the wind is blowing. Either way, expect to see from me. If not on the airwaves, expect to see from me via email, via mail, snail mail, right? Marcy Chan, how you doing, sis? It is good to see our sister Marcy Chan. It's been a while. Our lovely, amazing sister Marcy Chan. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Good to see you. Right. So yeah. So for all of you guys that want to do something new for the year, listen. If you're thinking about starting a channel, please start your channel. I would love to see you guys here in the future. Start your channel. Let's get this thing popping. Okay. And I'll tell you what, I will support it. I will be there. I will get guys to your channel. We will watch the stuff that you produce. Go ahead, start your channels. We really want to see you. Okay. If there's something that you want to say, start your channel so you can say it. Our sister Heron's song, I didn't know she was such a good musician, but she is. And I got to see her the other day, right? Play her guitar, and she sounded amazing. So you got people out there doing stuff, people out there doing good stuff. Heron's song, um, Dr. Bass Ackwards, a lot of guys out there producing music, doing good stuff, So we totally want to support everything that the guys in the foundry, guys adjacent to the foundry is doing, right? Lowry is doing stuff too. He's making music videos. Shout out to you, Lowry. Good to see you, man. Shout out to you, right? Supporting the tinfoil sombreros, supporting the Reckoner and everything he's got going on, Lowry and them. Good to see you, man. And shout out to y'all, man. So again, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Thank you for joining us tonight, especially at such short notice. So again, it's ironwork92000 at gmail.com. Hit me up. I will hit you back. And then we will discuss further everything else. Blase blah. Either way, fam, I'm going to leave y'all with my blessing. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. Most of all, wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Be wise in these days to come. Let's keep an eye open for what happens on tomorrow here on Thursday. I'll tell you what is wild is that the president was like, yo, it's 33% cheaper for a turkey. I was like, there goes that 33. And a lot of you guys picked it up too. That was pretty wild. Anyway, family, I'll leave y'all to it. And you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all, wisdom, 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 be wise. And with that, fam, I love y'all. I'm out. Ironwork 92000. Peace. See y'all on Friday. Peace, peace.